Yo, welcome to Carter's Corner Pocket, where we feel the rocket. Today, talking GameStop. How y'all doing today, man? Look at the close. Yeah, Michael V, Dope Cho, pushing. What's going down? Look at that close, man. I'm 2.41% over 25. I don't even know what max pain was. I really don't care. You know, yeah. Today I'm gonna talk about consumer confidence, Nvidia stock. Nvidia closed up 4% today, 125. Nvidia has a problem. They're trying to increase their gross margins. The generative AI customers, they're trying to reduce costs. So something has to give. Eventually, people are just gonna find out with the DeepSeek stuff, you can do more with less, with lesser powerful chip. But other than that, man, I don't give a damn. I care about GameStop, and that's it. Solely GameStop. Hope y'all are doing good. Ryan Cohen, he's a beast of a CEO. No matter what he tweets, I don't care. I don't get emotional off any of that stuff. And if you do, you need to rethink your investment strategy, your investment style. Um, yeah, man. I've been working today. Kids, my wife's picking up the kids. I'm just chilling. It's Pizza Friday. I got to make some pizza dough. Um, this may be a quick one. It was supposed to be a quick one, but Yahoo Finance. I was watching Yahoo Finance earlier today. Oh, and another thing. Look at GameStop. Look at the volume. 2.64 million, and and we take off like not take off, but look at the close. Look at these bars. GameStop spitting bars off of only 2.64 million. Average volume 5.5 million. Such low volume. I wonder how much is dark pool. Don't really care. We're long term investors over here. Well, at least myself. I know y'all are. But I was watching Yahoo Finance. It's funny. We were talking Palantir, and I was like, Almo. Every time I hear Palantir, I'm like, better get out. They were praising Palantir, associating Palantir with Wall Street bets, and they always associate Wall Street bets. Then they were talking about dumb money, and then from dumb money, they're like, we need to change that name, dumb money. We don't call our retail investors dumb money. And you all know what's associated with Wall Street bets. It's GameStop. Um, just a roundabout way, they mention Wall Street bets, retail investors, and they're associated with Palantir. They're pushing out. They're like, everyone needs to buy it now. So Almo, you need to get out. But how much has it dropped? It's dropped from like 120 down to 80 right now. 84, 85 basically. Um, AMC's chilling at 33 cents, but I'm just looking. I'm feeling good as a GameStop investor. Um, I don't know. Personally, I thought it would drop down to like 24.75. I said that in the previous live streams. This line right here, when we zoom out, let's take a look. What's going down? The MACD flipped. Okay, okay. Oh yeah. This is the daily chart. It looks like we're going up because look at this. If this continues, this bullish divergence right here. Um, lower low over here, and then higher low over here on the MACD. So yeah, we'll probably pop off over here. But hey, if we go down, we're just gonna keep accumulating. I didn't buy a share today because actually I just been busy. I've been doing work, actually doing work. Um, wasn't able to catch GameStop the chart all day long. I don't even know. I don't think Moran streamed or anything. I'll probably check out his night stream. But it's cool. I didn't even notice this. There's bullish divergence over here on the daily chart, which overall will probably going up. Here's the trend lines drawn. Trend lines drawn. It'll probably bounce off around here and go upwards. Especially towards earnings. We're going to come in strong positive, strong beat. And I'm just wondering if we're going to take off from there. And who knows? You know what? Honestly, I just want Ryan Cohen to be like, forget it. No conference call, and just continue on doing work because we're here for the long term. Seb, man, what's up, man? Thank you. Having a good day. Yeah, I am. I've been chill. The kids have been in school because the last 4 days my daughter had strep throat. So she's been at home. I've been going into work. My wife's been having to entertain her, going back in the office. But everybody going into back into the office, into DC. There's like so much traffic. Yesterday there were 3 accidents driving, and I was like, I could have just logged in from home and done way more work. I could have logged in earlier. Yeah, it's just stupid, but whatever, whatever. I mean, I don't work for a government, and I never will because of reasons like what's going on right now. But I'm affected by it because everybody's going in. But that's selfish of me because people are losing their jobs, and I'm like, it's just taking forever to get to work. My commute has like doubled now, and it's only 18 miles out of DC. But yeah, here you go. Let's see. On this channel, we've been talking about tariffs. When the news of tariffs hit, the DeepSeek news came out too over that weekend. Those were the tariffs on Canada, Mexico, China, and then the Mexico and Canada ended up getting delayed till I think it's April 4th. Right now, and I've been saying before that, I was like, Trump isn't just going to get inaugurated. He's not going to come in. He's not just going to slam tariffs down immediately because then that'll cause inflation issues, stock market tanking. He doesn't want that to start off his presidency. What he's going to do is unfold tariffs slowly over a time range, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's put another 10% tariff on China. The April 4th Canada Mexico thing. So far, he said he's going forward with it. The White House administration they pulled back a little bit on that sentiment, but he's coming to bring the tariffs. What is he doing? He's not coming to get reelected. So he's going to do what he's going to do. And in my eyes, you'll hear what he has to say. He's saying Goldman Sachs thinks that it's just a front, it's just a negotiation tactic, which I do not think.
We still think markets are underpricing the tariff risks, which means that they're kind of blowing them off. They're kind of saying, yeah, we know Trump is threatening his tariffs. We don't think he's actually going to do it. He is doing it. It's happening slowly, but it is happening, as we saw with China. Started with 10%. Yep. Now we have another 10%. I mean, how high is he going to go?
Yep. Well, we're going to bring in former chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee here. We've got Kevin Brady. And Ben, I know you've got a great question for Kevin.
Sure. Yeah. Great to be. Thanks, Chairman. Thanks for being with us.
We don't really need to listen to it. There were other parts in this where they were talking about what was it? Wall Street bets multiple times, just different things. I'm not going to go through Apollo Finance. I mean Yahoo Finance. But here's consumer confidence. February consumer confidence posts biggest drop since 2021 and latest sign of slowing economy. Conference Board's consumer confidence index slipped 98.3 for the month, down nearly 7%, below the Dow Jones forecast of 102.3. Largest monthly drop since August 2021. Oh snap! What happened over here? My light went out. Overheating or something? Oh well. Yeah. So largest drop since August of 2021. Consumer confidence. What the hell was going on in August of 2021? There was no consumer confidence, nothing, because it was COVID time, right? Nobody believed in anything. Nobody believed in the government, whatever was going on. Everybody was just thinking all for themselves, for their family, not trying to place confidence in anyone else but themselves. Yo, what's going down? Jay Crispy, Einstein, John T. Singus, what's up? Oh, true, March 4th. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I knew it was a 1 month thing. The art of the deal. Yeah, I just think I think he's gonna go forward with it. I mean, there's nothing like he's bringing it. I feel like he's bringing it. And as far as like political wise, I don't side with any side. I'm looking at what's happening, and I judge every act on like what someone's actions are, not just what they're saying, what media's saying, what someone else is trying to influence my mind to think. I just go forward that way. And honestly, my political party is GameStop. That's what I do. My life is family. Family first. My work, GameStop. I mean, GameStop's above my work, but work has to provide. So that's why I rank it that way. But everything else comes secondary. Really. Here, Trump policy concerns send U.S. consumer confidence plummeting to 8-month low. They would love to blame it all on him. And that's not even speaking as a guy that defends Trump all the time. Or I don't even honestly, I'm on my business in the end. I do my research on GameStop, and I let my research just influence where my money's flowing. And Ryan Cohen does that too. My research on Ryan Cohen. Everybody, y'all know. Oh, true. That's what's up. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah. What else do we have over here? I was really just talking overall market. That's what I had planned. The global economy, different stuff like that. Warren Buffett shockingly dumps 2 stocks he told everyone to buy. Y'all already know. Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway unloaded his entire position in 2 S&P 500 ETFs, SPY and Vanguard. Yeah, what he's been telling people to buy forever. He's just sitting on his cash, waiting for this correction, Nvidia, you know, we saw it. I was going through a few of the live streams a while ago. Um, we saw a bearish divergence on Nvidia on the daily. Was it the daily or the weekly chart? Bearish divergence, which has come to fruition, really. Let's see the 5 weekly. Eventually, it'll have to come down, and it has. See over here, bearish divergence. Um, these highs are lower highs right here, and these are higher highs on the chart. So yeah, we call that out. And who knows if this is going to be it? In my mind, my time frame, I think around earnings is when there'll be a big drop. I'm not speaking specifically for GameStop. I'm talking about market drop. Um, Analysts, Goldman Sachs analysts are they think people are underpricing the effects of what the tariffs are gonna do to the market. So there's still a lot to go. Like especially the look at how high this has gone up. I mean, this is when 20 COVID time over here. This pullback, and we're due for another pullback. It's being prolonged. I feel by liquidity injections, different things, different laws being created to help banks to help keep banks afloat. But there's a huge commercial real estate crisis going on. They don't really talk about it that much. My brother actually just texted me about the Veterans Affairs Department and different things and how much they charge. Let me see what he said. Senate, oh yeah, the central office, Veterans Affairs Department. The monthly rent is $27.2 million. That's in DC, but still, the average logins is 387 people. It has okay. Here you go. This is funny. It's a 618,000 square foot building, 2,500 seats for office workers. Monthly rent 27 million, and the average logins is 387 people. That's people logging in every month to work. That is crazy. What a waste of money. What's going down, Ricky? Hope you're doing well. Are you in the Philippines currently? Like, are you? I know you're from the Philippines. Are you in the Philippines? Just wondering. Um, from policy, yeah, we did that. Like, they would love to blame it all on him. When you know it's all the market makers and everybody that runs everything, lobbyists, all of that. Ken Griffins. Let's see. Warren Buffett sends a $134 billion warning to Wall Street. I'm just going to read this first paragraph. Berkshire sold 143 billion in stock in 2024 while purchasing only 9 billion. That brings its net sales to 134 billion last year. Berkshire has never been a net seller on that magnitude at any point in its history. I mean, the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall for the market. It's everything coming together. It's the perfect storm. It's the geopolitical tensions, the issues, trade wars, tariffs. It's people like Warren Buffett selling off. You go to Open Insider, you see all the people in Nvidia are only selling. Like they're only exercising options or selling stock. Um, as far as GameStop, you see them trying to relate everything. What was it? Strive, Unity. You've done the whole AMC thing, the silver thing, Palantir. Um, Jim Cramer said Palantir is GameStop with a brain, indicating GameStop has no plan. They would love a conference call, wouldn't they? Just to get a map of what Ryan Cohen's doing, and you already know he's not going to telegraph his moves. It's the art of war. That's what it is. There's no way. But when he does talk, his words are going to mean like he doesn't speak a lot like Adam Aaron. When he does speak, you should listen. His words have depth behind them. They have actual meaning. The words that he speaks are well thought out. You know, way in advance. The last words he spoke was what he's not going to telegraph, give his enemies, basically his opponents, his game plan. He's not going to telegraph it. Which who would, right? You think about football coaches, their whole game plan, how they go about the weekly press conferences. They don't telegraph what they're doing, and the dumb ones do. The teams that lose, they telegraph what their offensive and defensive game plan is. That's why Bill Belichick was successful. I mean, maybe Robert Kraft private equity made him successful somehow, but he didn't give a thing. He didn't give a thing out during his press conferences, and Ryan Cohen won't either. Here you go. Unity Software stock up on Roaring Kitty. You know that happened a while ago. When he posted, what was it, around Christmas time? He posted the Dave Chappelle what was it? Give it to me, baby, the meme. And they tried to equate it to Unity. If you all know and you all watched that real time back in the day, you know that the Unity scene was different when he goes Unity. Like that's where everyone's mind goes to. So he would say that. He would post that if he really wanted Unity. But look at Unity software. All sales. This is 226, 221, February 21. Look at them selling off everything. This director sold off 58% of what they own in Unity. I mean, it's all sales. Where's the buys? Where's the buys? Not one buy. And they try to associate that with GameStop. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I thought that was funny. Every stock that you see, they try to associate with GameStop. There's all selling off, insider selling. They're just not anything like GameStop. Then other than that, we have Citigroup Economic Surprise Index. That's turned negative now. Let's see. Citigroup Economic Surprise Index. Citigroup Economic Surprise Index is constructed using weighted historical standard deviations of surprises. Difference between actual releases and Bloomberg surveys. Different macroeconomic indicators where the weights depend on announcements effect of foreign exchange markets. With an index over 0, its economic performance generally beats market expectations. With the index below 0, its economic conditions are generally worse than expected. Yeah, so economic conditions are worse than expected. So whatever they're telling you, great economy, never been better, all of that. Yeah, we're in the negative, so it's definitely going to be worse than expected. The reverberations of tariffs and all of that, and just the shocks to the market, is worse than expected. The economic surprise index is negative 5.5 at this moment. Let's go see. It dropped over here. It doesn't have the percentages over here, but you see how low it dropped back here in 2020, July 21, July 22, and now we're heading back downwards. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking like March, April, when the big drop will happen. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. I have been wrong before. But we're playing with large forces over here. People that I want to say manipulate market, but write laws to circumvent certain outcomes, like certain types of crashes, pullbacks, emergency liquidity injections, bailing out banks, small community regional banks that give out the loans for commercial real estate across the country. In DC over here, the commercial real estate is given out by larger companies that can absorb losses, but all around the country, smaller regional banks are over leveraged on commercial real estate exposure. Bank of Marin, California, First Horizon Bank, just to name a couple. But I'm gonna go back to that once those get absorbed by larger banks. There's other ones. I forgot the other one. I have a list. Somewhere. But yeah, there's going to be everybody's talking AI bubble. There's going to be a commercial real estate bubble, and housing will pull back enough with that, especially with this fool right here. Dude, Moran's called him Baby Huey with the most punchable face. But we'll get to him later. Let's see what's going down. Okay, yeah, Unity software. They link it to GameStop. Here you go. Sudden 1 trillion crypto market shock sees Bitcoin plunge under $80,000 price. Crypto sentiment sinks to extreme fear as Trump says tariffs are still on. What did I have? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, okay, so the crypto demand has faded. The sentiment over a favorable regulatory environment's faded. Long positions in Bitcoin futures have fallen. U.S. listed ETFs of Bitcoin, of crypto, they've seen 1 billion in outflows in February. It's the worst month on record. Crypto headwinds in the near future. It's due to recent setbacks, which is security breach at exchange of Bybit. The controversial meme coin, what was it? President Milei of Argentina pumped was it the Libra coin? And then they got rug pulled. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. Crypto sentiment has gone downwards. I know Be More, invest better. She loves it. I'm not a fan right now. She's like all in on Bitcoin, crypto, XRP, I believe. I like the way she talks GameStop. Dynamite_41 coming back, coming back live streaming. That's cool too. I like to see him live stream. Generally, like the past few live streams of his, I've been getting in on the very end when he's saying bye, so I have to rewatch his stuff. But I just honestly, I love exploring everything GameStop, whether it be my enemies, GME meltdown, positive things. Like, who wouldn't want the game plan of their enemies? Who wouldn't want to listen to what the negative sentiment is? Like, as far as your plan, right? If you're formulating a plan, think of it as war. That's how I think of it. If you think of this as war and you can hear the radio communication of your enemies, man, you'd be so far ahead of them to cut them off. And like, so with the meltdown, any of that stuff, the negative sentiment, I'm so far ahead of it, I just cut it off. Like, it doesn't even affect me. Like, I'm not soft like the Reddit people. We're gonna look into that also. But yeah, okay, cool. GameStop over 25. What was Max Payne? I'm just curious. Give me Max Payne. You see, 25, and we beat it. Okay, and there's bullish divergence on the MACD. I mean, it looks good to me. Straight with me. I don't know. We're getting close to my little line over here. So hopefully we take off so I can be right. But other than that, it's just a guessing game. I mean, as far as fundamentally, it's not a guessing game. I'm just here just to support GameStop another day. So let's move it along. Let me see what else I'm doing. Yeah, Bitcoin, crypto, the futures dropped. U.S. spot coin, Bitcoin ETFs see a record outflows of worth $1 billion. U.S. spot Bitcoin saw total daily net outflow of $1 billion, excluding flow from ARK Invest. Okay. 6-day streak of negative flows. These ETFs saw over $2 billion leave the products. So yeah, February's been the worst month as far as outflows of U.S. listed ETFs, crypto ETFs. Here's the Bybit breach, right? $1.4 billion breach linked to safe wallet vulnerability. Investigation finds cryptocurrency exchange Bybit experienced a security breach resulting in the unauthorized transfer of over 1.4 billion in liquid staked Ether and Mega Ether. The exchange reported unauthorized access to one of its Ethereum cold wallets on February 21, 2025. I mean, I'm good with reading more. I don't really need to waste people's time. I came to do a job. Let's deliver information. Lazarus hacked by Bitcoin via breach safe wallet. We did that. What else? Argentina's 4.6 billion crypto scandal, largest ever crypto theft. And then with crypto, there comes anti-money laundering, terrorist financing issues. They can transfer money, and not be caught. Excuse me. GameStop Pro, yeah. GameStop Pro. This dude's funny. Ryan Cohen taking a picture with him also. I'm sure Reddit's angry about that. Argentine President Javier Milei in hot water after his brief foray into crypto that left the opposition calling for his impeachment and a judge launching a fraud probe. On February 14, Milei took to X to promote a little-known token called Libra, claiming it would boost Argentina's economy by funding small business. His post linked to a website featuring his signature slogan, "Long Live Freedom," and assured his 3.8 million followers that the world wants to invest in Argentina. Thousands did. Libra skyrocketed from near zero to almost $5 before crashing to under $1 within hours. Milei quickly deleted the post, claiming he was unaware of the project's details, but the damage was done. Lawyers in Argentina, led by Milei's political opponent, Claudio Lozano, filed for more than 100 fraud complaints against the president. An Argentine judge opened up an investigation. Yeah, the Melania thing, 2 billion market cap. It's just crazy to me. What was the loss? 4.6 billion crypto scandal. Rug pull. Yeah, this is crazy to me. Here, China again to inject at least 55 billion of fresh capital into several big banks, and it's because of liquidity issues. We know India has liquidity issues. Really, it's opaque reporting, allowing people such as pension funds. The reason why GameStop took off. Ken Griffin said you're trying to take out teachers' pension funds. I'm just trying to associate different things around the world. There's all these liquidity issues going on. The global economy, it's stable, but it's more like a correction, right? Rather than a recession, I think. But we'll see. China plans to start recapitalizing 3 of its biggest banks in the coming months. Recapitalizing 3 of its biggest banks with liquidity injections. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And they still have their real estate crisis going on that they refuse to address. Um, According to people familiar with the matter, following through on this broad stimulus package unveiled last year to shore up the struggling economy. And they continuously inject liquidity into the banking system, into their financial markets, and it's just not working, and they'll continue to do so. Authorities are looking to inject at least 400 billion won, $55 billion of fresh capital into the first batch of Agricultural Bank of China, Bank of Communications Company, and Postal Savings Bank of China Company, said people asking not to be identified discussing private information. The plan, which should be completed soon as end of June, is subject to change, and the amount for each bank is still being finalized. Let me get to the numbers here. In total, China could inject as much as 1 trillion won of capital into its largest banks, with funding mainly from issuance of new special sovereign debt. And you know who buys country sovereign debts? Private equity. And they normally do it to poorer countries. They buy up their sovereign debt, then they take them to court and get double. Then the poor country has to pay back more than the debt that they borrowed, and a lot more at that. Where was I reading? Well, it's not in this article, but basically they're doing this due to liquidity issues and lower margin. they yeah, they don't have enough liquidity to meet their margins, so China's just injecting these banks with cash. What else? I was googling GameStop. GameStop CEO responds to proposal to convert 5 billion cash to Bitcoin. He was like, "Yeah, I got your letter. I don't give a damn." Vivek Ramaswamy's firm urges GameStop to invest in Bitcoin. Oh yeah, the guy linked to Pulte, right? He didn't even know Pulte. He didn't even know what GameStop was about when he went to that Pulte event. Let me see the chat. Who's here? Einstein, I already read your thing. Ricky B. Loco, always late. Yeah. I want to know if you're in the Philippines or not. Pulte cheered for GME after he sold it. After he sold it, I don't know, man, but you know he's a fake, anyways. Dion Easton, what's going down? Hope you're doing good. It's Friday, man. We made it to the week. I gotta finish up some work. Sergio, what's up, man? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. My light over here going off. I think it's over. Back on. I'm about to catch fire over here. Trump and Van screaming at Zelensky in the Oval was very. I have to watch that. I was checking it out. Seems like Tucker Carlson was right about him all this time. He's calling him a thug in a tracksuit while he was still on Fox. Who is he calling a thug in a tracksuit? Zelensky or who? Let me see. PP show. Okay, we're getting to the tail end of the show. My show. We're getting to the tail end of it. It's just I'm ending it with GameStop, really. Because I got to include GameStop. We talked the global thing, global economy, different economies going up and down. And by the way, I believe trust me, I'm all in it for GameStop for the fundamentals of it. I continuously buy. I didn't buy today, even though I say I buy every day, because I bought a whole rack of shares the past few days. Not even reckless, just like I don't even know. But a whole rack is different to everyone. Yeah, no PP. It's gonna be funny. Trust me, it's gonna be funny. And it's like after he took a break, it's only like 1 minute, but it's a super chat that's clowning on him. You're gonna like it. It's just so, but you know, he's a slave to cash. He's a slave to money. He can't be himself, so he's gonna read that super chat. It's pathetic. Yeah, I invest in GameStop overall, like fundamentally because of the board, because the board just owns so much of it. Insider buying, no debt, nobody to leverage us. What else? Here's all of Roaring Kitty's criteria for finding deep value stocks. Um, I've been an investor here since I have it written over here. All my buys I have it written, except for the recent ones. I have to go back and update it. January 26, 2021, my first buy at I'm gonna say 216 and 90 cents. What a G. Yeah, so GameStop, you can see the upward trend, higher lows being established. But I do like as far as the naked shorts part of it, I believe that they act like countries. They act like countries. They move their money around. They're invested all over the world. Chinese investors are invested in U.S. land. Other people are external investors are invested in China. Like everything is interconnected. And the issue with MOAS and all that stuff you want to say, why I say GameStop could hit 1,000, 2,000, people are going to think you're crazy. Um, it's only when the market, when their system that they've built and created slip up, then you see these things. Um, I believe in the, honestly, doing research and stuff, I believe in the Brazilian swaps. Like, if they were hiding their money, they're probably hiding it around the world. What's going on? We've had UK liquidity issues, India liquidity issues, Chinese liquidity issues. I'm sure they do something with their stocks and swaps all around the world with different currencies and all of that. But we'll see. I believe the Brazilian swaps doing research, but I'm not even going to talk about that, right? Because I'm here. I'm invested in GameStop. I buy all the time from the very beginning. I wish it was pre all of that when Ryan Cohen was buying in, but it's not. And I've been watching a lot of Roaring Kitty videos, and the way he analyzes stock, way he looks for deep values, and GameStop is still a deep value stock. Absolutely, it is. Look at the setup. Look at the overall picture. Look at TA Bros can look at this chart and be like, take a look. It's bullish as ever. It's bullish. Okay. Um, we're on an upward trend. We've never had more cash than we have right now, and no debt. Sorry, the quick ratio is amazing. People all want to know. Everybody, like regular people, like, all right. So in 2008, where were the retail investors saying? Where were the people saying there's going to be a crash? There was nobody. Everybody's saying in GameStop, go invest your money. Go take that $5 billion. You need to do something. Need to do something. The general public, the general minds, they're generally wrong. That's why Las Vegas wins. That's why casinos wins. That's why they're continuously building casinos in the desert. Because people like sports bettors, people that think they know better, they're generally wrong. And that's why they make their money. Okay? All of the retail investors, they're probably generally wrong when they're saying, GameStop, you need to go invest money. You need to go invest your money into Bitcoin. You need to do this. You need to do that. Merger acquisition. But Ryan Cohen knows when to do this. He knows what's at stake. He knows it's not just his 36.8 million shares at stake, and he pays himself $0. He knows he has all of retail, like you and I, like right behind him, cheering him on. Um, and he knows he's responsible for that as well. But his sole responsibility is to keep GameStop here, keep it running, and make sure it's here for for 100 years to come. You know, and he's making sure we have the cash to do that. Whatever he does, he's going to be responsible with it. He says he's an extremist. Like he said, he wants high margin, low risk returns. So that's why I invest. But I do believe in the Brazilian swaps. I haven't looked like deep into it. In general, I believe that if they had like these naked short positions, they would be sending it around the world, swapping out different things, like taking their risk and distributing it around the world. Because the way market makers play, um, the way Ken Griffin started, like he's not even the evil villain. He's one of them, I guess, because arbitrage and all this stuff. He started on currency arbitrage, and when he started, he was hitting arbitrage on currency. What was it? What was it? Some type of bond arbitrage, I believe, but whatever. It was some sort of arbitrage. And then our markets closed at 4:30 or whenever they closed back then. Maybe it was still 4 o'clock. Sorry. He was like, "That's it. I can make so much more money," but the market shut down. Then he went to the European, the Japanese, the Chinese. Then he basically arbitraged the entire world for currency markets and bonds and all of that. Um, he searched for different arbitrage opportunities. So that's how he made it. And you think that's going to change? Hell no. When the US market closes, that fool's at the next market and the next market and the next market, you know? That's how it's going to work. That's how it works. They have the ability to swap out their positions. They leverage different assets from all around the world. So that's how I think that plays out. But that's very complicated. Only the people that run it know that. The reporting is very opaque. It's self-reported numbers, which obviously they're not going to tell you the truth. They convert their hedge funds to family offices, and when they're a family office, they don't need to report a thing because they say it's private money. It's my family's money. I don't have to tell you a thing. That's invasion of privacy. So there you go. That's how that plays out. So that's why we look at the fundamentals of GameStop. Let's take it up. Mind Games, what's up, man? I see you doing your thing. Hope everything's going well with you. Bryce, what's up? 40 more? Nice. So lucky to have Ryan and Larry. Absolutely. Genuinely good people. And that's the thing, Richard Newton. I really don't want to go through a bunch of Richard Newton videos, but there was one where he was like, we know who Larry Chang is. He tweets out Bible verses, this and that. He talks to the community. He seems like a genuinely good person. And then he's like, Ryan Cohen? We don't know who Ryan Cohen is. He's like, I mean, he doesn't talk. It was very bearish, very negative on Ryan Cohen. And that all comes from Reddit. That's it. But I'm not going to go sifting through those. Blessings to you too, man. Yeah, let's see. PP Seeds. This, like, I know you don't want me to do it. I know you don't want me to do it, but it's going to be funny. The phoniness, the fakeness of him being called out.
Pilot out there with the PP membership, jacked PP for 22 months. I can't believe we fucking have sat here for 2 fucking years, fellas. Like, my God, but 2 years kind of went kind of quickly, man, with all the stuff going on. PP show, Pulte kind of at one point. So I got to say, time kind of flew by. Wow. We got Mike C out there at the 5. Mike C says, how does it feel to have to get a real job and not depend on donations and rugged crypto to pay your bills? Send them resumes out, sweetie. Mike C, I'd love to work for you, man. We never rugged anything. Again, we've locked up over $350,000 of our project. Yeah. So we got Mike C out there with the 5. Here's 5. Give it to ABC so he can buy some bread since he sold all his GameStop. To buy groceries. Talk is cheap. Groceries cost money. ABC has Bed Bath, man. I think ABC will be more than fine. It is sad that some people out there do need to sell some of their positions, man, to get by. And again, but I have a lot of faith in Bed Bath & Beyond, obviously, and he does have a pretty sizable position when it comes to Bed Bath. Z out there with the 10. Appreciate the love, SC. We got Thunderous Queefer out there with the 5. PP, why you remove all my fapping material from your wall? Right on. We'll have to get it back up there. Llama Design out there with the 2. Thank you, PP. You're a legend. Wag me. Llama actually got 420,000 PPs today, man, because he was the 420th follower that I followed. So right on. Congrats, Llama. Let's jump into it, fellas. Let's not waste any more time here tonight. Let's see what's going on with Michael and his options here tonight.
So, they dished it out to him. They're like rug pulling people with the coin. Who will buy that coin? It's ridiculous. He's still saying Bed Bath & Beyond investors are going to be good. ABC is going to be good. I'm not even here to clown on ABC. Selling his GameStop shares to buy food. I mean, I hope things go well for him as a human. You know what I mean? But that's just not good investing if he needs to sell his shares to get food. But yeah. People give it to him every night. I stopped watching at that point because I really can't watch the show anymore. And then he mentioned Bill Pulte. Bill Pulte's over here. You know how I know commercial real estate's going to crash and housing's going to go down? Because this fool's in charge, right? What is it? American businessman philanthropist giving out $20, $2 super chats to Marantz. Nominee is the director of Federal Housing Finance Agency. This guy's in charge. You know the whole story of Bill Pulte. I just thought I'd bring this back. It's funny. Bill Pulte, drunk. Look, let me just read the title. Bill Pulte acting very drunk and disgusting towards female guests on Twitter, X Space Call. That's Amy, which, yeah, y'all know Amy from Noisy Corax's show. I'm not even going to clown on her or anything. It's just going to be Pulte. It's just so cringe.
From another mother.
And Pulte, he pays for human interaction because honestly, he's a loser. Like, he doesn't even know how to converse with people like a normal human. He thinks he needs to give out cash just to talk to people, for people to praise him. He's always seeking approval from people. He's not confident in himself. I don't even know how the hell he got up here, just because he's an absolute phony and a fake. But yeah, and he's a disgusting human being too.
Who's my daughter? Amy's here.
Okay,
Amy.
well, a couple things. I'm older than you, so I'm not the daughter.
You're older than me.
Second, you spelled dilemma wrong.
Wait, are you really older
Yeah.
than me?
Second, you spelled dilemma wrong. You
Ah.
spelled dilemma wrong in the title.
Amy.
Third, I'm picking up my kids, so I'm sorry I can't play Pulte right now, but happy to have a space with you if you'd like some other time.
Okay, sorry. What did you just say? Can you say all that again?
Well, you heard the first part. I said, second, you spelled dilemma wrong in the title. Third, I'm picking up my children right now from school, so I can't play Pulte, but I'm happy to have a space with you some other time.
You mean you're picking up my grandchildren? I love you, Amy. You know I love you. I'm so happy to hear your voice. Are you happy to hear my voice?
Oh, also, I didn't block you. I just unfollowed you.
I know, but that hurt my feelings.
Oh, I'm sure you're going to be fine.
It hurt my feelings. Just so everybody knows, Amy's like my daughter, but she is my chief troll. And I do love her, and she's picking up our grandkids from school right now, sounds like.
Yo, as a husband, I want to slap the taste out of his mouth talking to my wife like that.
I thought you were younger than me because of your beautiful profile photo. All right, well, what's a man to do? What's a man to do?
Back to work.
Should I call her back? Should I hit her back? What should I do?
Yeah, we can set up a space.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry.
He just doesn't know how to interact with a normal human being and have a normal conversation, you know, like asking someone how are you and actually meaning it. He doesn't know how to converse with people as a normal human. Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but I really don't want to. So let's go on. Richard Newton is not even a blast him, honestly. Zelensky, yeah. I mean, all the cash, all the money we've been sending over there, it's ridiculous. So, Ryan Cohen, you know what he tweeted? Where is it? Over here. He retweeted this. Remember when everyone wore masks like a bunch of retards? I'm not gonna curse since I've kept it clean so far. Maybe I will. Who knows? Towards the end. Look at this title, effing retard, and you wonder. Richard Newton's all over the GME subreddit, Super Stonk subreddit, and this is the sentiment. Now, we always talk about it, congressional hearing. They said they're going to monitor message boards so this doesn't happen again. And after monitoring it, the next step is to infiltrate it, then to push your narrative, push people away from GameStop. Recently, I'm not even all over Reddit. Like, you can even see, I don't even know. Can you see my other stuff? Yeah, look, GameStop, stop eating seed oils because seed oils are really bad for you. Canola, sunflower, you know, do some research, man. Have avocado oil. Olive oil. What else is there? Beef tallow. Melt that down. Good for your health. It's good for inflammation. All of that. But I look into retro gaming. I don't remember what this is. Deep value stocks. GameStop. That's my history. But yeah. So take a look at what people are saying. I'm here for the income, not the outcome. That's straight. Where is it? I don't know. DFV for CEO. Just overall negative sentiment. Talking about Ryan Cohen. Let's see. Take a look at this out. They're posting the tweet. Look, remember when he released earnings and diluted the F out of loyal investors during the last sneeze? That $4 billion was supposed to be shareholder value, but now it's just to tease Bitcoin and offset losses with interest. I don't see when he said anything. How is he teasing GameStop? These people are too emotional to be investors in GameStop. It takes investors money to buy billionaires whiskey. He needs to show profits ages ago. At this point, it's just a pet project for him so he can LARP his Elmo. You already know GameStop is profitable. It's about to be profitable 2 years in a row. Quarter for quarter is improving. SG&A is going down. Top line revenue is going down because they're closing stores. And it's also profitable absorbing all the costs of closing stores. So that's awesome. Gross margin is increasing quarter for quarter, year over year. I mean, what more do you want? Larry Chang gave the blueprint for it, and we're following that blueprint to a T. Ugly teenage phase, we've been through it, of a turnaround. We're about to get beautiful. It's like you take off the glasses in the movie, do a makeover, and drop the hair, and it's like a supermodel. That's going to be GameStop. Here, I said it before, and I imagine I'll be downvoted for it again. The delusions were always about power. The apes were too powerful, and if united, we had the power to threaten whatever decisions the board wanted to make. even who the CEO is. This wouldn't be acceptable to any corporate board, so they diluted us to neuter us. These are so close to cursing, and I don't want to. It's been a clean stream. All right, damn it. These are bitches, okay? Straight up bitches. Absolute bitches. They don't. And do you know why I use that word? Um, it's because all they do is bitch and complain nonstop. Bitch and complain nonstop. And you know what? With no solution. It's just like people at my job. I hope nobody at my job is watching this. But the thing is, like, all they do is bitch. You know, it's like, come up with the solution. Or if you're like, I'm not the one going to seek help because you know what? I depend for everything in life. I want to depend on myself. I want to do all the research myself. I don't ask for help, really. And that's my biggest flaw, not asking for help. But I end up learning new things. I end up getting things done. And I'm good with that. But these other people, man, for anything they go asking for help. They don't even do research on their own. They don't even do anything. And when you ask them to do something, they're like, I don't know how to do that. Or they're like, I can't do it. And they don't suggest an alternative solution or who I can contact to help solve my problem for whatever it is. These people just want to complain and they don't want to have a solution, okay? Over here we talk esports. We look all around the world at gaming opportunities, retro gaming, PSA cards, the revenue, PSA is backed up, tops, like I look at everything, forward looking, backward looking, where we currently are. They don't want to think forward. They just want to sit there, bitch, and complain. And I'm not about that, okay? And I'm not going to pull out of my investment because of a tweet. People are allowed to have thoughts. Since when are we not allowed to be human beings and have our own thoughts and feelings? Who cares if he's CEO of the company? He's got everything in line. He's got absolutely everything in line. We are making money and they can't stop it. GameStop is a freight train. And they're a little person trying to stop it. And we're gonna run them all over. All the bears. Here, I thought it was also to dilute Roaring Kitty from becoming a board member. So what? Why would they like? Roaring Kitty supports Ryan Cohen. If you look at all the videos of the past, all he's done is support Ryan Cohen. Even his latest live stream in June. But yeah, look, why can't Cohen just shut up and focus on making us not regret investing in GME? If you regret it, get out. You know, you truly don't believe in any of this company. So these people, or these are just infiltrated. They're bots. And that's a lot of these. I believe that to be true. I cannot believe you weren't downvoted into oblivion for believing this completely legit, valid, and sane comment. Can't be bothered to share any information on GME to shareholders, but plenty of time for unnecessary divisiveness and propaganda. Saying Ryan Cohen like he's not doing work. Sadly, and now with regret, starting to think he might just be the fucking Elon of dog food. Seriously, what the F? These people have lost it, and this is the crew. Not Roaring Kitty. Richard Newton hangs out with, and I'm not with it. You know, we do our research. We know the fundamentals. We know we're going to come in reporting big, $100 million profit. I don't know if it'll be more, less, but I'm gonna go with the 100 million because it's even. 150 million. I don't know. I'm gonna go with 100. And if it's less, whatever it is, we're blowing the estimates, analyst estimates out the water. But all these people that question Ryan Cohen, you just have to listen to this one segment.
So when George Shorman stepped down, there were a lot of speculation whether or not you would become CEO. You were CEO at Chewy. Why not at GameStop? Jim and Alan served as your CFO and COO. So we thought you were putting the Chewy team back together since they were placed on the GameStop board.
After Chewy almost killed me. So I didn't want to put myself in the same position in terms of just the level of sacrifice that's required to be the CEO. Having already done that is something that I didn't want to put myself in the same position. So I put myself in a position where I can be involved strategically, but not putting myself in a position where, you know, once I'm CEO, with Chewy, and I guess this is just my work ethic and the way that I am. If I'm the CEO, I'll basically work myself to death, and I can't control myself. I'm an extremist, so I didn't want to put myself in the same position. I learned my lesson after Chewy, and then I have to control myself. I'm my own worst enemy.
In talent.
Will, a really, really strong work ethic.
GMEDD tracks these hires, and on Yahoo Finance, I held up a stack of over 400 resumes to show it. What do you look for in talent?
Will, a really, really strong work ethic. Someone who is very, very, very hungry, and so Will is embedded into you at a very, very young age. Skills you can acquire and you can learn. So I look for someone who's got a chip on their shoulder, someone who comes from a broken family, someone who was bullied as a kid, someone who's an immigrant and really has had to fight and is just incredibly hungry. Those are the kind of people that I like, and it's hard to find, and it's getting much harder to find. But those are the kind of people that I'm attracted to.
That's because he's that kind of person. He's got the will to win. He's going to fight. He's got a chip on his shoulder. And he's here to win. And if he wins, I win. If I win, you win. If you win, the next person wins. And I'm here to support my company, GameStop. I invest in one company only. I go there, I buy stuff. I'm going there later to go submit some cards I got in, my Jaden Daniels cards. And the Ninetales card my son got. That's like, if it's a PSA 10, it's $300. Ryan Cohen makes it possible. And I do that with my son, and my daughter. We go there together. We have personal interactions with the employees that are amazing. It's amazing because he has everything in check. Going to GameStop website, I'm gonna be on my way out, but going to GameStop's website, I was like, damn, this looks nice, right? Because is it Pokemon Day? Is it today? Because I may have to get this Pokemon Monopoly. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to buy this. But yeah. So basically, we got the PSA cards thing going. It's making money. It's high margin because it's the first thing, the absolute first thing listed over here on the website. And TCGs, here we go. We got all these deals. It's just an absolutely attractive website. I haven't really tracked it, but I know when you build websites, you want fewer touch points, fewer clicks. I'm sure that's all taken into account, especially since they're building it from the ground up. But GameStop is amazing. It's an amazing company, amazing leadership. All these Reddit people, absolutely. Michael V, you said it. Hold up. What'd you say? Where you at? Half of this world is sadly filled with NPCs. Absolutely. This is sounding sad. Why did they record that interaction? Pulte's a chump. 100%. I don't like somebody. He's gone deleting everything. But people keep uploading random cringe tweets and videos of him. I'm not into looking into that fool because he's a waste of my time. So is PP. So I can't even watch his stuff. I just kind of like open up their videos and hit search and search through their stuff for keywords because I'm not trying to waste my life. Especially with the baby, I gotta go cook, I gotta go clean, I gotta live life out here. That's why I'm so I love that rant of Morant's. Honestly, he's like, I gotta deal with this, I gotta deal with work, I gotta deal with my family, and now I gotta deal with you. It's like, you know what? All these other battles that regular, ordinary people go through in life, the anti-GameStop, the Bears, they're not ready for this because this is easy chump change compared to what real life is, what raising human beings are, what actual valuable human beings. Being a good example for my kids this is easy chump change, man. It's awesome. Grifter selling that GME, acting like he's holding 100%. And with Amber, what's up, man? I'm about to get off. Maybe you can listen to some music, but I'm just chilling, talking about GameStop, why I'm an investor, and how investing is so easy. Investing in GameStop is so easy because it's risk off. The big boys, they constantly have risk analysis going on. Everything. Every trade they enter they're factoring in the risk, potential gains, all of that. It's so easy for us to invest in GameStop. Thanks to management, thanks to Ryan Cohen. I just wanted to throw it up for Ryan Cohen because he's out there being an individual investor just like us. And he's putting his money where his mouth is. And Reddit has all these people clowning on him. And I hope they sell. I hope they sell and get out because they're not They're not equipped for. They're not equipped with the testicular fortitude that they're going to need to go on this GameStop ride that we're about to go on in the next few years, especially after earnings. And what do you think is going to happen after this year's earnings? It's only going to be better earnings, and we're going to get more efficient as time goes on. So I hope they sell on the next run up, just like Richard Newton. On the way out, guys, let me play something. Let me see what I'm going to play. Got to go make my pizza dough. Ooh, got this one.
How you figure that your team can affect my cream? Gold and platinum black since I stepped on the scene. Now I mean, peep the scene, jacuzzi full of women. She hitting me and him, much love like Wimbledon. While niggas screaming killer, I'm overseas in my villa. But mama suits nothing iller. Plain switch the plan, cop the Lexus land. See gutter, Rockefeller, 400s and better. Little C's push threes with 5 in his eyes. Knock gon' cry by Mary Blige. I die for my niggas back in steel. Chicken heads with sex appeal. Reveal sexual acts up in Capone's act. The chocolate dime, watch the mafia shine. Girls get your own, can't touch a dime of mine.
And if you don't stop, then we won't stop. Continuous leader. You can be as good as the best of them, but as bad as the worst. So don't test me. You better move over. You can be as good as the best of them, but as bad as the worst. So don't test me. You better move over.
Big Mama, keys in Tijuana. Some call me Donna, Karen or Amani. Gas for the Panani, for brown nose pussy crushers, cat killing lovers, ignorant motherfuckers. Drop a bins on Miata, this honey's got her. Sweet pinata, 6 shotter. Luke Kim the Black, Erica Kane, and who remains in Chanel frames and animals of all kinds. Russian Fendi staples with matching pool tapes. Read the label.
Mafia.
Admiring my shoes by Gucci. I be eating sushi, playing with my coochie. Counting Lucci. Nigga, I got banks to rob. Convertible sobs, I'm married to the mob.
And if you don't stop, then we won't stop. Continuously to get you can be as good as the best of them, but as bad as the worst. So don't test me. You better move over. You can be as good as the best of them, but as bad as the worst. So don't test me. You better move over. Frank White, the desperado, used to rock the all-black Movado, the all-black Eldorado, all that and a bottle of Don P. Niggas can't harm me, I keep the on me. Is Brooklyn in the house? Without a doubt, I'm the rapper with clout, everybody yap about. Check it out, guns I bust them, problems with my wife, don't discuss them. Coops and Learjets, I lust them, fingerprints I dust them. Recent address, stuck you for your stash in your pissy mattress. Your mom's the actress, didn't want to show me the safe. It's okay, she was old anyway. I display hot 97 round ready, cock Mac 11 line steady. Like Tevin Campbell, I'm ready to do what I do continuously. You can be as good as the best of them, but as bad as the worst. So don't test me. You better move over. You can be as good as the best of them, but as bad as the worst. So don't test me. You better move over. 96 Catalan, Caesarea de Janeiro. Big Mama Queen B, Mafioso, notorious, well-known Frank White.
Yo, one last thing. Why don't they tell Shopify, Best Buy, or anyone else, Alibaba to go buy Bitcoin? But they're so pressed for GameStop to buy Bitcoin. That's because they know it's going down. You know, Ryan Cohen's not here to be fooled or tricked by anyone. Yeah. So that's it, really. I cut my hair today. I'm feeling good. I love cutting my hair. I love just, I just love doing everything for myself. It's free, too. I'm saving money. I'm buying more shares, you know. Until then, man, can't stop, won't stop, GameStop.